Hello everyone, Simon Bard here, or you can call me Sully.
To continue with Happy Sulli-Days, I'm reviewing the traditional Rankin Bass holiday special, and it's one of the first specials I have seen from them. As in, after watching these 4 original specials as a kid on VHS, which are now owned by Universal, the special I'm going over today is now owned by Warner Brothers, and it's the first one under their ownership, and it's the first one I've seen after the original holiday specials on a recorded VHS of other Christmas specials that aired on CBS in the early 90s, which included Rudolph and Frosty. The same VHS which includes the Disney Christmas shorts, I believe.
First aired on CBS on December 8th, 1974, as Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Directors Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass have made a delightful and fun Christmas special which features the 1823 poem of the same name by Clement C. Moore, or Clement Clark Moore, which is also known as A Visit from St. Nicholas, with fun characters, a unique story, great songs, and good animation. Set in the village of Junctionville, 2 months before Christmas, the citizens receive their letters to Santa back, and everyone, including the Trundle family and the Mouse family living underneath them, try to wonder why. Father Mouse calls the North Pole, learning about a letter in the village's registry saying that Santa Claus is a myth, which leads him and his family to their eldest son Albert, who wrote the letter with some friends under the pseudonym All of Us. And as Father Mouse tells Albert how wrong his views are by showing him kids who gave up believing and adults trying to believe, the Trundle family's father, Joshua Trundle, is a clockmaker who built a model of a clock that will chime a song at midnight on Christmas as a way of welcoming Santa to Junctionville. He showed it to the mayor and his board, who all agreed to have the clock built at full scale. But during an opening ceremony of the finished clock on top of the village hall, the clock broke and went kerblooey. Thus, everyone distrusts Joshua for the damaged clock, letting his clockmaking business go out of business. And on Christmas Eve, Joshua tries to keep his family's spirits up and wishing for a miracle, while Albert confesses that he broke the village clock by simply checking it out, and goes back to fix it and make things right, despite his troubling belief in Santa. Despite the original poem only occurring within the first 40 seconds and finishing up in the end, the rest of the story is very original and unique of this village wanting to welcome Santa for passing them. And it even brings up how adults can believe in Santa too, especially the mayor, and I myself don't even question why this is, because I prefer to have stories where everyone believes in Santa regardless of what others say, which is something that many Christmas movies don't do anymore. And these characters, for who they are quite enjoyable, even when there's not much to them or are mostly background characters. I like how the mice and human family are kind of the same nuclear family, aside from an additional son with the mice, and how both Joshua Trundle and Father Mouse know each other and work together without either family questioning or knowing it. Although I find it a little funny how both fathers are reading the Twas the Night poem in bed while living within the same story, like some sort of huge meta-narrative. I like how the mayor tends to go into making big speeches with a complex vocabulary only to stop himself and just simplify it to a few words. The songs are very memorable and sweet, even if there's only 3 of them. Give Your Heart a Try, Christmas Chimes Are Calling, Santa Santa, and Even a Miracle Needs a Hand. But of course, I do have an issue with the special, and it's kind of a major thing. The special, based on the credits, is supposed to be told and sung by Joel Grey, who narrated the Twas the Night Before Christmas poem and voices and sings as Joshua Trundle. Yet the main story is told by Father Mouse, who is voiced and sung by George Gobel. And it did make me ask this. Couldn't one or the other actor provide the voices for both characters so it felt more consistent throughout? I get why both actors voice different characters so we know who's who, and it would make it like going from one story to another from a different character's perspective. But most of the film is told from Father Mouse, so it kinda makes Joshua and his reading of the poem a little underutilized. Now helping matters is when his voice actor got top billing and his co-stars a footnote. But other than that, I found this underrated Rankin Bass special to be a delight. It still has its fun and memorable songs, well-done characters, and engaging story. It's one of my favorites from the studio, and it still remains to be. 3 Christmas Wreaths.
And that is it. So thank you for joining me, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon in the next video for Happy Sulli-Days.